you. Thanks for hopping back on for another quick unboxing and review. My channel is really not focused on deep, detailed specs and hardware. I'm just a dad. I like to, I like consumer technology. I worked at Apple for 10 years. I love design, all those sorts of things. So this channel is really just focused on quality user experience, all that good stuff. So Osmo Action 5 Pro Adventure Combo. Box is great. Love the box. Very quality. It does come with this mount / tripod / extension pod, which is exactly the same as the Action combo for the 4. And it's got this, you know, the 3 or 2-prong mount, depending on how you want to classify it. It does extend. It's very solid. This is very well built. It's got a tripod mount on the bottom, which is nice. So that is number one. That alone is a great deal. And then you get a lot of really cool accessories along with it. You're gonna get the battery charger. You're gonna get obviously a cable, and then, oh, who reads the instruction manual, but it is there. So you get that, and then you get this mount, this magnetic mount, which DJI and Osmo really kind of pressured, DJI and Osmo really pressured GoPro into adding that into the 13 this year. A dog hair right there. We'll go ahead and get rid of that dog hair. My dog, silly dog. Okay, so you got the battery charging kit, USB-C. And one of the best reasons alone why you want to get this is you're going to have, first of all, these batteries, 1950 mega amps, I don't know, milliamps, I don't know. Well, I'm not an expert. They're better batteries than the 4 by a wide margin, but you get 1, 2, 3, and they come with a charging case, which makes charging an absolute delight. So if for nothing else, get that. You need 1, 2, 3 reasons. 1, 2, 3 reasons to get the combo kit. And then we get this. Come on, here we go. I know, are you excited? Are you excited? I'm excited. Then we have that bad boy piece of hardware right there. And, you know, I could have I'm going to cut this later. It's going to go faster. I'm going to look like I know what I'm doing. And also, we're learning together. So this is my, I think, 3rd unboxing video. And today I'm doing a little bit differently. Obviously I have this grid paper. It doesn't look great, but it looks better than my flower placemat. And, you know, I don't know. If you like doing this kind of stuff and you want to learn along with me, I think that's totally fine. One day we can look back at each other and have great channels together, or bad channels together. You have lots of bad channels have really good reviews and lots of views. So, oh my goodness, is that what it looks like? It is. I did not know that was there. It is a second magnetic mount. Coming after my heart for sure. Anyway, so in this unboxing, I'm unboxing upside down. So I'm facing against the grain, if you will. You can see. And what are those guys? Those are your screw mounts. If you really don't ever have one, you never had this before, you're gonna have that. It's gonna go right there. Everybody got that from GoPro. They're the undisputed leaders in the field, because otherwise, on your DJI Action 5 Pro, you're not gonna have a tripod mount. You're not gonna have anything. You're freewheeling your DJI. You're free. You're going free with the DJI. So you gotta put on magnetic mount, which is not just magnetic mount. It has clippies. Ooh, see, look. It's got clippies there. I feel like DJI is not supposed to be that. It's supposed to be a little bit more solid than that. Come on, guys. We'll try it the other way. Oh, no, definitely not that way. Come on. Come on, magnetic mount. Yeah, I don't love that. Oh, there we go. We're solid. We're solid. Okay, so that's how you're going to attach it to your various accessories. And, you know, DJI obviously has a reason for that. I think it's to keep the profile low, which is cool and fun. And, you know, a couple things about this camera that are, you know, does have, I think, 4 hours of extended battery life. The sensor is great, I think. You'll see that later. It does a lot of cool things like center tracking. You can track subjects. DJI is obviously like leading the way in consumer tech. One of the other things of this camera versus other cameras that you get in an Action combo, you got this neat little cage here. It's like a small rig cage. It's gonna go on here. I think it's not necessary. It doesn't necessarily it doesn't make the camera that much more rugged in my opinion. But it's cool and it feels cooler when you enroll in. We're gonna accept the update. So I had to update the app on the iPad. That was what was causing that to not update. So I'm gonna go ahead and click activate on the Mimo app. And then you have the option, it's gonna bug you to use DJI Care Refresh. I'm not gonna do that with this one, but I actually think it is a good value. DJI Care Refresh allows you a ton of things. We'll talk about that later. If you get like an Osmo or a drone, you definitely wanna get that. And there we go. Okay, so we have to take a little bit of a time out, and I think this is part of also what I'm trying to do is bring everyone along with as I try to grow this channel. And, you know, I probably could have handled this better today. I didn't update the firmware on the camera before I left the house, and it kept having that annoying screen pop up every time I tried to fire up the camera, which was just not very usable. So I had to connect to the hotspot on the phone, on the iPad, download the firmware, update the firmware. That took a pretty long time, so I'm a little bit behind schedule now. And the battery drains, so I don't have a really fresh expectation of battery life. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pause, let the battery charge up to exactly 97%, which is where we started, and then we'll start going again. But you also have an interesting snapshot of the video quality here between the Pixel 8a and the DJI. So yeah, we'll take it, we'll learn together, and we'll keep going. All right, so first outside shots with the Action 5. We're going into this restaurant. Check out this giant rooster. Yay! And I always think like bright light to low light transitions are really fun. They kind of show you how a camera handles that kind of thing. Love that super smooth video. Okay, so we're now at downtown Summerlin, and this is a good mixed lighting scenario. I think the evident sort of feedback I would have is that the video is very saturated in comparison to the GoPro. That's just my opinion. Anyway, the sun's kind of poking in and out of the clouds there, and it kind of is changing the lighting, but I think it looks great. This is a perfect time of day to shoot. I actually like those little light flares that pop across the lens. And you've got a ton of ambient noise. Maybe I'll get a... yeah. I think compared to my Hero video that I recently posted, there's definitely a stabilization difference, and part of that is because the GoPro is stabilizing the app, and if I'm being super honest, I don't know that I did everything I could have to stabilize that footage the right way, and I don't have the Premium Plus subscription, but the Action is great right out of the camera. I can actually just see it right on the screen, processing and stabilizing the footage, and then I'm pretty sure it does it on the back end as well. But I think it looks great, and I think it looks super steady. I'm just holding it on the tripod right now. That's it. So it is now 6:48 in Las Vegas, and here's just some, you know, outside nighttime dusk view. I will tell you, it looks darker to my eyeballs than it is looking on the Action. Ooh, I love that crispy, like, sharp 4K video. I think it looks great, and I don't have any microphone connected. It's just the internal mic on the DJI Action, and I think this would be a great camera to use for, like, you know, foodies, people who want to make food vlogs, all that kind of thing. Okay, so this is what it would look like if you were to have the Action 5 as a dash cam, and a lot of people do use GoPros and action cameras as dash cams. One of the reasons is because of the extremely high video quality, but it's not very practical because of the size of the SD card. Most of these cameras get hot frequently, and most of them have battery lives which are about an hour or less. Now, you can get some sort of on-demand batteries where they kind of plug into the 12 volt, so that's definitely an option. It's just not practical to use a GoPro or a DJI Action as a dash cam. Now, I think you could supplement it, and I often do supplement
the dash cam I have, the display ride, with either another dash cam or a GoPro or something like that. But a scenario that I think is a really good supplement to a dash cam, I know a lot of content creators that do some version of content creation in the car seat, like that sort of thing. I think this camera is great for that. It's balancing the dynamic range of the car in multiple mixed lighting situations very, very well. And it's making sure that it's capturing those lighting situations and adjusting and capturing a really, really sharp video while it's doing that. So I think for that type of content creator, this is actually a really good camera.
We'll walk that way. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Sarah.
So I've only charged this camera once in the last 2 days I've been shooting, and as a reminder, I did not use the extended battery, and that was my bad. But it charges very quickly. That's a big win. And the charging display is even cool. It displays a nice charging graphic, which I think is a nice little extra touch. Definitely when compared to the GoPro, definitely when compared to the Insta. DJI's got a very sort of like heavy UI. They've got a heavy UI, and I like it. It's a little bit much in terms of the visuals, but I don't know. It makes it more fun to use. And I keep going back to a lot of the videos that review these cameras. They're focused on like the cinematic or the YouTube channel people. I recognize the irony of being a YouTube channel, but also like I have gone through some of my old videos that I took of my family 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, and I am just filled with this deep nostalgia. And I think when you get a product like this, does it make you want to pick it up and use it? Is it easy to use? And the answer is a big, big yes. So we're wrapping up almost 2 days now of the DJI Action 5 Pro, sorry. And I think the first and easiest question is, would I buy it again? And the answer is, yep, yes, definitely. I would definitely buy it again. Very happy. I think it's a great camera. I think it's not even a question. It's a better value than the GoPro Hero 13. Way better value. So we'll close out 2 days of filming with the Action 5 Pro. Nice, beautiful shot of Red Rock. It's very, very pretty, very nice. Great colors, great saturation. I think overall, very impressed with the camera, very impressed with how it all went. I think the top features I would recommend are build quality. It's got a solid build quality, including the cage that comes with it. The bundle obviously comes with 3 batteries, the charger, and the tripod, which is an insane deal itself. Color depth, all that sort of stuff. This is not a hugely technical review. And again, I think like we overthink a lot of those tech specs, and most of these action cams are going to look almost exactly the same when you fire them up and start shooting with them. And this one's just a ton of fun to use, so you won't regret it. When you talk about like value-wise, what it costs, it's right in line with just most of the other action cameras in this range. Obviously, video quality, you can judge that on your own. Stability is top-notch, and I think I'm overall impressed. So, you know, I'm just a dad that likes cool tech sometimes, and I think usability is really important, as is design and functionality. And I don't have any kind of rating system or anything like that, but again, I think like the question is like, would I buy it again? And I would. If you're thinking about buying it, just go for it. It's a great camera.